You've been lied to. And in this video I'm going to focus on if TEFL certification is worth it for you or not.
Yes, insider.
This is based on an old article that I wrote probably back in 2011 or 2012. It was originally called TEFL courses are a waste of money. This is based on my experience, and there's 9 points to this article. Number one, they are not usually a legal requirement to teach in much of Asia or any other places in the world. Now, to legally teach English in Asia, you need a degree and to be a native speaker, and that pretty much covers it for the visa. Aside from that, there could be schools, it's almost rarely required anywhere. It can be preferred. So point two, they're usually just a preference. There are some schools out there where there are schools will prefer them. And that's like, for example, EPIC in Korea states that they prefer it. You don't need it to get a legal E2 visa, but to teach for EPIC, they basically say you prefer it. If you don't have a related degree or experience, you're going to prefer it. So, And point number three, there are other preferences. So even though some schools could prefer a TEFL certification, there are other preferences which are like many schools prefer younger teachers, many schools prefer many schools prefer female teachers, a few may prefer male teachers, age, looks, race. Schools will just come out, some schools will come out and just say we want a Caucasian teacher. They just say that, So those are the other preferences. That's number three. Number four, experience and education degrees are more valuable. So if you are thinking about, so they're more valuable. And most schools are going to prefer experience over any other qualification. Doesn't matter, in their country especially, So, they're going to ask you, maybe you taught in, for me, I taught in Taiwan, and then I went to Korea, and then they asked me, do you have any experience teaching in Korea, They think that it's that different, and it's a little different. I mean, it's true, the school's kind of concerned, maybe you're going to run, maybe you're not going to like it. So maybe you're going to leave or quit or just be unhappy and difficult. So schools prefer experience, So the more experience you have, better off you're going to be. And experience is more valuable than any, I'd say most of the time, any qualification. Even it depends on the school somewhat. For example, education degrees, I'd say, are generally more valuable than any sort of TEFL certification. So, for example, to teach in a public school in Taiwan or where else? Public school in Taiwan or international schools all over the world, you usually need to be a licensed teacher in your own country. And a TEFL certification, CELTA, TESOL, whatever, doesn't replace that, okay? So, point number five, they do not replace degrees. So if you don't have a degree and you're thinking about taking a TESOL course or a TEFL course because it's going to replace the fact that you don't have a degree, you're out of luck. You need a degree, usually, to get a visa, a legal visa to teach English. That's what the degree is for, okay? Okay, point number six, they can't guarantee a better job. Many TEFL, these companies will say, you'll get a better job, and blah, 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 blah. I would say most of the time, by itself, it's not going to guarantee a better job, Again, it's experience. That's what schools want to see. So if you have experience, then, you can probably negotiate or find a better job. But a lot of it's up to you, you choose the job, The schools are just looking for a teacher, and a lot of times they'll take, some schools aren't that picky about the teacher, So, point number seven, they can't guarantee more money. Now, if you yeah, I mean, they're gonna tell you, some companies will say you're gonna make more money if you get TEFL certified. Again, it's more likely experience. You're gonna make more money. There are some situations like Epic in Korea I mentioned, where you could get more money because of the TEFL certification, but across the board, most schools aren't gonna just say, oh, here's another $100 a month for that TEFL certification. You know, could happen. But it's definitely not a guarantee across the board, you know. Experience is more valuable. Okay, point number 8. Pretty much everything that you would learn in a course you can learn online for free. So if you're thinking about taking a course to learn and you're savvy and you've got the time and you like to dig and research, then it's out there. The information in courses is out there. You just got to dig and look, you know. It is. So, or you can read books or watch videos or stuff like that. You know, the information's out there. It's gonna take time. That's the drawback, right? And you don't know what you're looking for, which is another drawback. Okay, number 9, conclusion. Why I thought I wasted my money. I thought I wasted my money. I spent $1,000 on a course, a TESOL course, before I went to Taiwan. I didn't really realize it at the time. It was like a few days course, like a few days in a classroom, and then like take-home stuff. And the take-home stuff was incredibly boring. The only thing that I really remembered and what was actually useful of the course were like the activities that we did as like a group, you know, in the class. But other than that, definitely not worth $1,000 for that. And you know, a lot of it was just like, when I got to Taiwan and started teaching, it was just like, I didn't know what I was doing. It was like, well, I was like, what did they teach me in that course, you know? Handling kids is difficult, like juggling the kids, and you gotta make your classes fun, and you gotta get their attention, and then you're gonna have problems and difficult students, and you gotta be able to like manage that. And, I think, yeah, most courses are like focused more on like positive reinforcement, and they just lack practical applications for teaching, especially kids. I think most TEFL courses are based, I think, possibly follow a CELTA model, like they get some information from CELTA, and then and the CELTA course focuses more on adults, so you really got to take a specialized course, I think, on teaching children if you're going to teach in Asia. Like most jobs in Asia are for teaching children. Anyway, so I created some courses over the years. Before I created courses, I created videos, because I'll tell you what, the easiest way to learn is by watching other teachers. So if you can watch other teachers learn, whether you go in their class and watch them teach, or you watch videos of them teaching, you're going to learn more that way than you will any other way than by reading. You know, people read, they say that people only like read 20 to 28%. Some studies say that they only read 20 to 28% of a page, text on a page. It's true, right? When was the last time you read an article from, beginning to end? It's true. So a lot of courses out there are like just text-based. I took one of those cheap Groupon courses just to test it out, see what it's like. You're not going to remember it. So if you want to like take a course where you're going to learn, so that's what ESL Insiders courses are all about, are making it more memorable, more practical, not a bunch of theory or grammar study like English. I mean, you already know how to speak English, right? Correct? Teaching it is another story, but I think that studying grammar and stuff like that is a total waste of time, because you should already know that. You have to learn what to do in the classroom. That's what you have to learn how to do, right? So these courses are engaging and practical and easier to absorb. The materials are easier to absorb. But if you're just reading text off a page, like you got no image, no picture in your mind, it's not rich, it's not interesting, it's boring, and you're not going to remember it. So that's why I recommend ESL Insiders courses. You can, I've had a free course for a long time. It's time limited. You can get in, check it out, see for yourself. And then I'd recommend the advanced course, because that's the richest, most thorough course, you know. So anyways, there you have it, and that should cover it on if TEFL certification is worth it or not for you. Thank you.